Welcome to my channel. Just popping online to do another drawing for my poker prediction experiment. I have been having a lot of trouble shuffling lately. I don't know what's up, but not normally so bad, but just going to be laughing at myself if it happens more. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask the awesome deck very specific question: what card we will see in a poker hand, and we're going to run the search that I asked about on YouTube, draw the card, or sorry, after we've drawn the card, and go on YouTube and look for it, see what happens, add the results to my spreadsheet that you can see there in the background. We are currently with 4 times we have gotten the card we were looking for. 10 times we did not get the card we were looking for. Not exactly. And only exactly counts. All of these notes are from other times that some very interesting things happened. But watch those videos and see. Either way, for the explicit purposes, they don't count. We're at 4 and 10, and that's actually not horrible, statistically speaking. We will talk about that at the end. So, without further ado, awesome deck, show us one card that will appear in the first poker hand on the first poker video that comes up when we search for King's poker hand on YouTube. Show us one card that will be in play in the first poker video, first poker hand on that video on YouTube when we search for King's poker hand. Show us one card that will be in play. Oh, look at that. We got a king. King of spades. Judgment is the #1 word that I use to describe this king. We will talk about him more as we go. Let's run this search. This one was from last night or during the day. Can't remember what time I did it yesterday. Currently, I am not really able to keep a consistent time, but I am popping on pretty much every day to do another search. So, looks like we got this. Are we going to see the exact king that was predicted? Let's find out.
At this $3,000 no limit hold'em final table, Brett Ritchie.
Oh, well, there it is.
Kings is going to raise it up to 80,000.
He is playing it. So we've gotten it. These are the 2 conditions. The card has to appear and it has to be in play. Someone has to actually make a move with those cards. If they were in the blinds, it would count as long as they at least checked into the flop. If they were not able to check into the flop or decided not to call the bet, then it wouldn't count. But ta-da, we asked the deck what card we would see, and it is right there at the very beginning. So let's just continue to the fun part where we see how in tune I am with the universe today. Some days I am decent at predicting what's going to happen in hand, and some days I am really not good at it. To me, that is what tarot is about, and I also think it's more of a personal tool. So this video is for entertainment purposes only, and should you choose to entertain yourself like I do by using these tactics, that is your choice. But let's continue. So obviously anyone who plays poker would most of the time raise pre-flop with pocket kings. I know a lot of players would say that you're making the wrong move anytime you choose not to raise with pocket kings. I say occasionally it's okay to slow play or, try to get the opportunity to re-raise if you think that you're up against someone like that. So, however, he has the King of Judgment and the King of Loyalty. So as you can see, on judgment, it also has the word logical. So it's encouraging you to make the logical choice. Loyalty is more about passion and being fiercely committed to something. So in this case, he should be fiercely committed to the logical decision, which he is. 80,000 is a pretty good raise. Could go bigger, I suppose, but then again, maybe he has better judgment than I do on the best size raise for this situation. Probably, because he can afford to be at that table, and I can't. So let's see what we have coming up against him. In hand. Thought I just clicked it.
Luck here to Beth Shack.
Oh, there's one ace.
She's got luck. She's got pocket aces.
A raise.
The ace of refuge and the ace of opportunity says take refuge. Refuge is your safe place. Sometimes your safe place is the logical decision. Sometimes it is retreating from the situation, going to safety. And obviously, it's always going to be an ace when refuge comes up, but you have to use your intuition to judge how to use that. I apologize for getting a lot of background noise today. My house seems a little loud at the moment. I'm not really sure how much of it comes through. Anyhow, I do think in this case, it agrees with her decision to re-raise. She has really no need to hide out. There's already one player that committed themselves to the hand by raising. So she is able to take refuge and feel safe in the fact that this is a good opportunity for her. So let's see how much she re-raises to. I'm going to say she should use judgment about how she remains loyal to her hand, even though she can't see these cards. Usually the message of all of the cards together, when I get to view them from the outside, seems to apply to all of the players in some way. So hopefully she goes for a more modest-sized bet. Seems like that's what the cards imply she should do. Let's find out.
Doesn't bode well for Brett. That's
Never know
how much she wants to raise. We know she likes to go all in with ace queen.
I would not say that the
I'm all in.
I would not say that the message of these cards indicates that one will be luckier than the other. I just paused to point out that one of them is red and one of them is black. And I did run a quick series of tests. Short. I should do more. I am going to do more. They're going to be slightly different. But the ones that I did were just like this, except I did red aces versus black aces and just dealt out a bunch of hands to see if what tarot says is actually true. Are red pairs luckier than black pairs? And I did not come up with anything statistically significant so far, I will say that. Red was a tiny, tiny bit ahead of black. And again, I've only run, I think it was about 200 hands total. So we'll see what happens once I run some more. I've come up with a new variation, but that's just a little fun fact to keep in mind as we watch the red go up against the black. I don't feel that none of those are the luckiest or least lucky playing cards in playing cards tarot. So none of them are really speaking as to whether or not luck will prevail. So I suppose you could say that means logic will prevail, especially with the King of Judgment and logic being part of the hand. Maybe. No real clear feeling on my part.
Now to Phil Hellmuth, who has the
Oh my
two
goodness!
aces.
All in.
And he moves all in.
Both pocket aces all in.
Action
What are
back
the odds of
to
that?
Brett Ritchie now with pocket kings.
What are
Chop
the
out my
odds?
poor little boy.
One
of
quarter
that?
second it caught. The minute she said,
Oh my goodness. I just watched this hand the other day for this experiment. I apologize that I did not recognize it sooner. Yeah, I guess I'm a little tired today, but the half a second, it took half a second to call. That's what stuck in my mind from Helmuth. Also, the fact that it's kings, aces, and aces. I do believe I've given a little bit different commentary tonight. So, anyhow, I actually don't remember what happened, so I don't. I shouldn't restrict myself from making a prediction, I suppose, any further. But yeah, I'm going to. I'm just going to let it stop here and say that it still stands tonight, according to the study. I asked, what card will we see? We drew the King of Spades, and we got the King of Spades. So, as far as the prediction experiment goes, we have it here. If you want to see the full hand analysis, find the last time that hand came up in my lives. I think it was day 8, I think, was the day that I watched that hand. Either that or 9. So, something like that. But we now are at, oh, this is not adding correctly. I am now seeing, let's fix this. And this. Okay, so we are at 33% right now, with having drawn 15 hands, I believe. Yes. Man, I am tired. I'm looking at these and trying to add it up instead of just looking down here and saying 10 plus 5, showing my geniusness at work. Anyhow, 33%, 1/3 of the time, with this many cards drawn is not all that bad. According to my preliminary research, oops, that's not the part I was going to show you. I asked, how far do we need to be above statistical average in order to be significant? And at 10 hands drawn, we would need to be at about 50%, it says. However, at 20, it's at 35% is considered significant, statistically significant. And once I've dealt 30 hands, 33%, where we're at right now, is statistically significant. Because, mathematically speaking, with 2 players in a hand, obviously today's was 3 players, and I believe it had 3 players twice, and I will factor that in the long run. I do have this same chart drawn up for 3 players, but more or less, we are around the target of being above average, because with 2 players in the hand, the cards will show up about 17.3% of the time. The single card that you are looking for has that percentage chance of being in one of the cards in play, one of the 9 cards in play, and a 2-person hand. So, right in here, we are showing that we are right on track to be above double of what the actual statistics expect, which means that the results that we are producing could be statistically significant. So, hope you enjoyed my blabbing ramble, and thank you so much for watching. Come back again soon to watch me do another one, or see, I also do some videos that have music, so you can just listen to some positive affirmation music with lyrics to cheer yourself up for the day. and check those out on my channel, or come back again soon to see the next drawing. Thanks so much for watching, and have an awesome day.